As the Bible says in verse 1, He says, we are broken now. He says, by the rivers of Babylon, that's what's before us. There we sit down, yea, we wept. When we remember Zion, that's what we're beholding now. I believe tonight every Christian, every born-again believer must come to the place where they can sit down and they need to weep. Tonight, if you're not shedding no tears and your heart's not broken, I doubt very seriously you know God. I don't believe tonight that you can see what you saw last night and as a Christian be okay. I'm going to make a bold statement tonight. You may disagree with me if you want to. That's fine. But I don't believe you can be born again, filled with the Spirit of God, and vote for Obama. You can take that for what you want. If that platform and their agenda and what they believe and what they hold to and what he says and his direction he gives, it's 100% of the Babylonian system and nothing to do with God. I'm just telling you the truth tonight, people. I might get some phone calls. I might get some letters. I might get some emails. I say, bring it on. The fact of the matter is tonight that we see in the Bible there are certain behaviors and certain beliefs of Christians, born-again believers tonight. And that has not been demonstrated. Folks, I'm just saying tonight, we have to be broken. Is it okay to cry? God, is it okay to cry? All we have to do is remember Zion. Is it okay, God, to cry because now what's before us is Babylon? Why are we crying? Well, let me give you a few reasons tonight. Number one, I believe you ought to cry because our country is not Christian. I believe you ought to cry over that. I believe you ought to sit down tonight and weep. Our country, United States of America, is not a Christian nation. Now, I'm going to tell you something tonight. No other citizens of any other country will understand that. Because nobody's been born like America has been born. Tonight, we need to weep. Because our country is not Christian. Number two, we need to weep tonight because our Christianity is not biblical. Tonight, we are to cry. 59 million people voted against the Bible, against Christianity. The majority of them say they're saved. 15% of them say they don't know God, so 85% of them say they know the Lord. Tonight, we need to cry that our Christianity is so watered down and so pathetic and so weak and so little known and so much mocked that when you go out into the world today and you tell them you're a Christian, they're going to scoff at you, laugh you in the face, because that's what this has done. We are to cry tonight and weep because for our church is not spiritual. Not spiritual. Tonight, if we, the church, are walking in the Spirit and filled with the Spirit tonight, we will live a life that is opposing and a life that is in the place where Jesus Christ gets glory. In our lives tonight, dear God, the Bible says, those that live godly shall suffer persecution, and you'll find that in these days. If your church tonight's spiritual, you'll find that church coming under trouble. The fact of the matter is tonight, churches don't want to be spiritual. They want to be carnal. Churches tonight are full of flesh and full of world. They're not interested in spiritual things. They're not interested in the Spirit of God. They're not interested in a spiritual book. They're not interested in a spiritual Holy Ghost. They're not interested in a spiritual preaching and teaching and singing. Tonight, our churches need to be wept over. Our Christianity needs to be wept over. Our country needs to be wept over. You determine tonight where Babylon is. Babylon would be noted for its architecture, buildings, and skyline, Isaiah 13. Babylon is the lone superpower of the world, Isaiah 47:5. Babylon is the most respected and envied around the world, and yet at the same time is hated by all the world, Isaiah 18. Babylon has a unique and remarkable beginning, different from any other nations. Has been an awe-inspiring from its conception, Isaiah 18. Babylon will be the queen among the nations, Isaiah 47:5. Babylon will be an end-time great nation, Revelation 17 and 18. Babylon is called Lady and has a symbol of the lady, Isaiah 47:7. Liberty on its money. It sits in the New York harbor. Babylon is a nation peeled and timbered, a land of open fields, Isaiah 18. Babylon is a land quartered by mighty rivers, Isaiah 18. Babylon is a land that is measured out and populated throughout, Isaiah 18. Babylon destroys her own with pollution and waste, Isaiah 14. Babylon is the leading industrial nation of the world. Babylon, it has a huge aviation program, Isaiah 14:13. Babylon is a republic or a democracy, and it is ruled by many councils. Babylon's governmental system breaks down, Isaiah 47:13. Babylon is bogged down with deliberations and cannot govern properly, Isaiah 47:13. Babylon leaders use astrology and seers and mystics for guidance, Revelation 18:2. Babylon labored in the occult from her very inception, Isaiah 47. Babylon is a nation of religious confusion, Isaiah 47. The king of Babylon is called Lucifer, the Antichrist, Isaiah 14. The king of Babylon will rule from the great city Babylon, Isaiah 14, Revelation 17. A world government entity will rise up to rule the world from Babylon the city. The entity will rise up and use the military power of Babylon, the nation, to rule the world, Isaiah 14. Babylon is a nation of higher education and learning, Isaiah 47. Babylon is a virgin nation, her lands untouched by major war. Babylon's enemy will lie on the opposite side of the world over the poles, Isaiah 13. The enemy of Babylon will be noted for her cruelty, Isaiah 13. The people of Babylon will think they are God's elect and eternal, Isaiah 47. The nation Babylon dwells carelessly before the Lord, Isaiah 47. Babylon becomes proud and haughty and does not consider her end, Isaiah 47. Babylon deals in the occult, sorceries, and drugs, Isaiah 47. The people of Babylon are deep in astrology and spiritualism, Isaiah 47. Babylon's enemy will lie on the opposite side of the world over the poles. Jeremiah prophesied Babylon will be the center of a one-world Lucifer religious movement. Babylon will be the youngest and greatest of the end-time nations. Babylon will be the most powerful nation in the world. Babylon will be the hammer of the whole earth. Babylon will be the praise of the whole earth. Babylon is a land rich in mineral wealth. Babylon is the leading agricultural nation in the world. Babylon is the leading exporting nation in the world. Babylon is the leading importing nation of the entire world. Babylon is a nation filled with warehouses and granaries. Babylon is noted for her horses. Babylon is noted for her cattle and sheep and livestock. Babylon is noted for her fine flour and mill operations. Babylon's skies are filled with the whisper of aircraft wings. Babylon fortifies her skies with huge military aviation programs. Babylon is portrayed as a leading high-tech weapons and abilities. Babylon is a coastal nation that sits upon many waters. Babylon is a singular nation founded out of many, one. Babylon was born as a Christian nation. Babylon turns upon its heritage and destroys it all at the end. Babylon's Christian leaders lead their flock astray in prophecy and salvation. Babylon Christian leaders are strangers in the house of the Lord. Babylon sets detention centers for Jews and Christians and rounds them up for extermination. Babylon has a mother nation that remains in existence from her birth to death, named England. The mother of Babylon has a symbol of a lion. The mother of Babylon will rule over her daughter her entire life. The mother of Babylon will be a state of major decline at the end nears. Babylon will have the symbol of an eagle and builds her nest in the stars. Who else has a space program called Eagle Wings? Babylon is a huge producer and exporter of automobiles. Babylon is a nation of craftsmen, experts in its trade. Babylon is a nation of great voice in world affairs. Babylon will be instrumental in the setting up of Israel in the Middle East and the home for God's people. Babylon will have a major enemy to her north. Enemy of Babylon will also have huge aviation military machines. Babylon will have all her borders cut off where there's no way to escape. Babylon is a land, vast land of huge cities, towns, villages. Babylon will have been a huge missionary nation for Jesus Christ. Babylon would be a home for a multitude of Jews who will leave. Babylon, the people of Babylon will not know their true identity. The people of Babylon will grow mad upon their own idols. Plays a leadership role in outer space exploration. Is where the world's leaders meet and assemble. Incorporated many aspects of old Babylon religion. Babylon deals in the occult and sorceries and drugs. The people of Babylon would go into deep sins of all kinds. The people of Babylon will enjoy the highest standard of living in the world. Babylon will be destroyed by nuclear fire. The enemy of Babylon will be noted for her cruelty. Babylon is noted for her jewelry and gold and silver. Babylon is a huge importer and exporter of spices. Babylon is a huge exporter of fine marble products. Babylon is a note for her iron and steel production. Babylon has huge corporations that have bases around the world. A world government entity will rise up to rule the world from Babylon the city. Babylon turns totally antichrist and is leading the antichrist power to the end. The king of Babylon will rule from the great city of Babylon. Babylon turns upon its own people, imprisons them, slays them by millions. The people of Babylon are deep in astrology and spiritism. Babylon becomes the home of the antichrist religions in the world. Babylon trades with all who have ships in the sea all year round. Babylon is a nation filled with warm water seaports. Babylon is a huge exporter of music. Babylon's musicians are known around the world. Babylon is noted for her fine flour and mill operations. Babylon is a leading agriculture nation in the world. Babylon is the leading exporting nation in the world. Babylon is the leading importing nation of the entire world. Babylon is the center of the World Trade Center. Babylon would grow to be the richest nation in the world. All nations that traded with Babylon will grow rich also. The merchants of Babylon were the great men of the earth. All who need to look as one huge national corporations that exist. Babylon will be the most powerful nation in the world. Babylon will be the center for the move of the global economic order. The great city Babylon will be the economic center of the world. Babylon will be an end-time nation. Babylon will have a seaport city within its borders. The great city Babylon is the home of the world government attempt. It is considered intoxicating its high society lifestyle. It is noted for the elegant and the lifestyle which it lives. It's noted for being a city of immigrants for all over the world. It is noted for a massive population. It is noted for importation of drugs. It is the leading center of commerce. It is the leading center of imports and consumption. It is the leading center of manufacturing. It is the center of the world trade in gold, silver, copper, oil, precious gems, clothing, fashions, lumber, containers, household items, furniture, wine, livestock, transportation, health products, cosmetics, spices, marble, iron, and etc.